Hello everyone, this is Ryan from Bash Programming Academy. In today's class, we're going to start our first course in our big course, the the fundamentals of backend development for beginners. We're going to start with the relational database course. Why we will start with the relational database course? Because most of backend developers deal with databases a lot. Because, well, actually, a backend developer is just a middleman between the front end and the database. So if the front end wants something, want a specific data or specific information, it won't talk to the database directly. It needs a middleman that talks to, and this middleman talks to the database and gets the answer from the database and deliver it to the front end. A real life example for this: if you are at a restaurant, you are not talking to the chef directly. There is a waiter that comes to you and gives you the menu, and you choose what kind of food you want, and this waiter takes the food from you, takes the order from you, and deliver it to the chef, and the chef prepares the food and give it back to the waiter, and the waiter delivers it to you. It's the same in here. So we are the waiter as backend developers, and that's why our application is actually called APIs. Okay, your backend application called API. Why API? What is API? API is the waiter, is the middleman between the front end or between two things. Okay, cannot talk, or they are not allowed to talk directly, whatever the reason, for the sake of organizing, for the sake of security, or maybe both. Okay, so that's why we will start with relational database, or database in general, database topic. Okay, what do we need to start our course? In today's class, we will set up our toolbox and the things that we will use for the following many episodes. Okay. First, we will need something called pgadmin. Okay, so pgadmin app is simply an app like any of these, like Notion Calendar, like Talik, like Anki, like Apple Notes, whatever, that will help me manipulating my data or my database easily. I can fetch my data easily. I can't talk to I can handle or deal with my data or my database easily with no low level commands, with no low level queries, with the option to do low level things, like to maybe write a query or something. It is possible in pgadmin too, but I want you to get used to something called terminal or command line interface. So what is command line interface? It's simply that thing, that black thing on Windows, and in here it looks a little bit, well, blue, I think dark blue, and it looks dark purple on Linux. What is that? Well, it's simply one of the most important things. Not really important, you will not die if you don't learn it, but it's kind of an essential tool that will help you or make your life as a programmer easier. Okay, so we will learn it. And actually I have another reason why I want you to use the command line instead of pgadmin most of the time, because I want you to get used to the terminal, and I want you to type queries your own. pgadmin will kind of save you time from writing some queries. You don't have to type select all, select asterisk from users. You don't have to type this. You can just simply click, right click on the table and view all rows. That's it. You don't have to type any queries. I don't want you to do that. I want you to get used to the queries, and this will make you will help you later never worry about losing your skills when you start using pgadmin most of the time, or maybe using AI to type the queries instead of you, because you already have the fundamentals. So never use AI, never use pgadmin a lot, pgadmin GUI a lot, to get used to while type in any queries. Okay, we will know what is the safe, the sweet spot in this case in our course, but when its time comes. So we will download something called postgreSQL CLI, and this is the command line version, okay, that we will use most of the time. That will literally represents what exactly pgadmin will do. Same databases, same output, same everything, but we will have to type everything on our own queries and representing the databases and so on. Okay, so we will download something. This is only specifically for Mac, called Postgres Server GUI, which is just an app that will tell me how many servers for Postgres I have on my machine, at which port H1 is connected to. What is port, Ryan? Port is just an address. If you have if in your city there are two famous McDonald's or only two McDonald's branches, and there is one that way more famous than the other, if you just take a taxi and say you want to go to McDonald's, mostly they will take you to the most famous one. Okay, but if I want to say I want to go to specific address, I want to go to this McDonald's branch that exists in X location, the taxi will take you to this X location. And the same thing in here. If I have multiple databases, multiple servers, I want to specify which server I want to talk to their to its databases. So the port is just an address that maybe there is something there connected. Maybe there is a web app is connected at this port, at this address, this location, and at this location, other location, there's another app or a server or whatever. Okay, and we'll understand these kind of low level. Okay, this is kind of network, okay, principles and concepts, but I hope I could make it easy to you to understand. So just the port is simply an address. So this app will represent at which server, at which port my server is running to talk to the databases I want. Okay, or to talk to the databases of that server. Okay, that's it. So pgadmin setup from on Mac. We will okay, I will leave these slides in the description below or on the comments below. You can just download it and copy and paste what I'm doing. You don't have to waste your time understanding what the heck is happening in here. You can just simply copy and hit enter, and if you have a password on your Mac, just type it in here, and it will tell you that it will download these multiple paths and so on. Okay, hold on a second, what's happening? Okay, enter the password and hit enter and let it download brew. What is brew, Ryan? Homebrew is simply a package manager that will make me or will allow me to download any app or some apps from my terminal. Ryan, why just don't I search on Safari or Google Chrome, download pgadmin 4? You can do this, absolutely. Okay, but as I said, I want you to get used to the terminal. Okay, so in this case, I want to make sure after it's done, I want to make sure that pgadmin is downloaded. So just hit brew. So hit which home brew. Sorry, which brew, and it will say, and if it shows you a path, then it's installed. Another way, you can just say brew -- version, and if it gives you a version, it means that it's installed successfully. Okay. So what's next after I've installed homebrew? But what's next? The next step is to install pgadmin itself. Okay. Windows users, don't worry, I'm not forgetting you guys. We'll come to you very soon. So just hit brew brew install -- cask. What is cask? Cask is just a command. I will use it whenever I want to install something with the GUI, graphical user interface, an app like these like these apps here. Okay, so -- cask, and then hit pgadmin 4. and let it download. In my case, it will not download because I already have it. But once it's downloaded with you, I think it will ask you for a password or something. Don't put any password. Just let it be. Let it empty. Okay. And that's it. Just proceed with installing. And if you want to check whether it works or not, or you actually successfully downloaded it or not, just hit brew list dash cask, and if it shows you pgadmin4, then you successfully have it. And actually you can just command space and just say pgadmin. Sorry, not like this. pgadmin, and it will show you pgadmin here. Okay. Okay, great. Well, so far so good. So yeah, now we have installed pgadmin. I will not show you about pgadmin now. Just let's proceed installing. Just copy me this class. Copy me. Do not try to understand anything I haven't explained to you. We will explain everything when it times comes. Okay, when its time comes. This is how you check if you have successfully installed these things or not. If not, you can debug with Claude or ChatGPT, or you can just debug with Gemini. Okay, now we will download postgreSQL command line interface. So as I said, just copy and paste. Go ahead, take this, copy and install. It will tell me that it's already installed. In your case, it will just download, and that's it. If you want to make sure that you successfully downloaded it, copy and paste this command, and it will show you. It will show you actually this Postgres at 18, but I have installed an older version before, so I have it here. Okay, but in your case, you will just have this one. If you want to check if this one is specifically, just hit at 18, and it will show you that it's there. Okay, no problem. Then it seems like everything is easy so far, right? I hope so. Now we will download the server GUI. Click on this link, continue to external site, and download. Go and download this version. Ryan, what the heck is happening in here? Well, just ignore it. Okay, if you are new to Postgres, this is the file you should download. Well, they're just older versions, okay, or beta versions that are still under development and so on. We want the stable one, so we'll just go ahead with Postgres SQL 18 and hit download, and just set it install it and set it up normally like any app on earth. And once you are done, search for it and open it, and it will open something like this. It will open a database in here with only three it will open a server. This is the servers, and with 3 databases: Postgres, your username, and something called template1. Okay. From here, I can start and stop my server. If it's stopped, or if I hit stop, it will stop the server. So if there is an app that dependent on these databases, will be disconnected. Okay, and maybe it will throw an error to the front end that cannot fetch data, or there is an API failed to fetch data from the databases because it's disconnected. Okay, and here I started my server, and the databases all are working, and I can connect them or talk to them with my API app, and fetch data from there, and maybe give it to the front end, or maybe use it in my back end. Okay, so what the heck is this? This is the server name. I call the server main. I put it on port 5433. Why I put it on port 5433? Because the command line version we set up in here, remember when we were set up Postgres, brew and install Postgres at 18, this took the port 5432, which is the default port for Postgres. So I just changed the port. In your case, if you want to copy me, hit add, call it main, and instead of this default port, call it 5433. So you just copy me and follow me, okay? Because we will actually use this database. Okay, so it shows me that I have multiple databases. You don't have them because I actually use these databases for other projects and stuff. But in your case, you will just have the 3 databases, and it's running, and it will show you here an extension that you can stop and start your database from, or quit, or maybe check for updates and so on. Okay, Okay, great. Now let's open pgadmin. Look for it and open it. Okay. Um, once we open it, okay, it will show something similar to this, but just ignore it for now. Okay, it will open something like let me check for you. Well, let's just get rid of all these things here. Hold on a second, what's happening? No, I don't want all of this. Close all, please. Don't save. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, great. So, just hit click on this arrow here. Okay, you will not have all these things. Okay, you'll just have something called local server. Click on it. It will ask you for a password. If you haven't set up any password, just click enter or okay, and it will open you something looks like this. Okay, but you will have only postgres, your username database, and you will not see here template 1, because template 1 is just a template for your database when you create a new database, and we'll show you later how to do that. So you will have by default this postgres database. Hit on the arrow, go there, you will see here tables. Okay, you will see first public. Okay, you will see schema, and then public, and then go ahead to tables and click on these arrows. It will not show you anything because you don't have any tables yet, but in my case here I have one. I'll just watch, okay? I will help you next class or the following classes how can we do that, and how can you set up tables and so on. So I hit right click, view all rows, and it showed me that I have only one row in my database for a user called Ryan. His email is ryan@gmail.com, and he has a password and a created at, and this is the creation date for his account. Okay, so this is the pgadmin simply. So I just fetched data from the database, and I represented it here in this table. That simple, without any headache. And I'll show you what headache I mean now. We have installed postgres on our command line, right? Yes. Okay, now why don't we use it then to get the same result, to connect to this database and get the same result? You can actually copy me, I think so, but you will actually no, you will get some errors that you don't have kind of databases and stuff. So just ignore it for now and just look what I'm doing in here. But you can actually do this right now. Follow me until I start fetching data, and I'll tell you when to stop. But now you can start following me. I want to connect to the database, or sorry, to Postgres on my that I has set up on my terminal. How can I do that? Well, simply hit pSQL. Okay, and then hit the database name, which, as I said, you have by default something called Postgres database. Hit enter. It will be connected successfully. Okay. So now we are inside our database. If I hit help like this, okay, help, and I -h, it will show me all the commands I can use in my database. I can update, I can insert, I can update, maybe update column, update schema. I can update everything, update the server itself. I can change the server that my database located in, and so on. I can do a lot of things. I can drop a group, or maybe drop a table, drop a language, drop drop a lot of things. So these are all the things that I can do in my database. Ignore all of this. We will take what actually matters. But for now, I want to show you that we are not actually on the right port. When I hit pSQL Postgres this way, okay, we are directed to the most famous address, the most famous restaurant, the most famous branch, okay, which is the port 5432. Okay, but actually my these databases are not actually located in this famous one. I'm located in 5433. So how the heck can I go there? Well, we can simply do something, but let me first prove to you that we are not there by \L, which is list all databases, and it will show you that. It will show you what databases we have in this server or in this port. So we have fast API. Ryan, what? Oh, yes, there is actually something called here fast API. Okay, fine. Well, okay, maybe they share the same name, but they're not the same database, because here I have datasheet test, and fast API test, and so on. We don't have actually this in here. We have Postgres, template 0, template 1, and thank you. We don't have anything else. Means that we are not in this port. We are not in port 5433. Okay, fine. I want to go to this port or to that port. How can we do this? So \quit, or we actually can do \c. Okay, and -d, I think. -d, and then we will hit the database name, which is going to be Postgres -p for port, and then hit 5433. And this way we are relocated. Couldn't translate hostname -p to address. I think we are not there yet. Let me check. Yes, we are not there yet. We just need to quit first, and then we hit psql -d Postgres -p. Okay, for what is p? D for database name. So you just hit the database name as Postgres -p for port, which is the address. I want to go to 5433. Hit enter, and voila, we are there. Ryan, I don't believe you actually. Okay, let me prove to you this. If I hit here in only my machine, you will not face this problem. You can just say \L, and it will show you something like this. But I haven't fixed this problem yet. That this Postgres, the Postgres look, psql major version is 16. I'm using on this server an older version of Postgres. You have the 18, you have the latest, but I have an older one. I'll fix it later. But if you face the same problem as me, in case you did, just open this. Okay, I'll get back to you, Windows users. Just go to the query in case you face my problem, and copy this command and hit enter. On copy, paste, enter, and it will show you that we have Postgres, Ryan Abdulaziz, template 1, template 0, fast API test, datasheet test, and datasheet. Okay, Ryan, yes, I want to get this table. How can we do this? Well, I'm connected to Postgres already, right? Yes, so let's do a query from users. Enter. Thank you. I got it. I got the same output exactly. Okay, so this is how we connect to our database through our terminal and how we query. Ryan, I don't understand most of these things. Well, that's fine. Don't worry. I'll explain all of this later. Okay, but just copy me for now. Let's just put the setup, let's put the foundation, and then we will go through every single detail in the following days. Okay, now let's come back to Windows users. Okay. Guys, go ahead to the slides. pgadmin app, download it from the official site normally. Okay. Download Postgres command line. You will copy this and paste it in your command line. This will download a package manager called Choco. Choco is just like Homebrew, but for Windows. Okay, this once you are done installing Choco, check if it's installed or not, because if it's not, you have to debug with ChatGPT, or Claude or Gemini. Choco -- version. If it shows you a version, means it's installed. Choco install postgreSQL psql -- version. Thank you. If it shows you, then great, you are fine. Ryan, actually, I need a tutorial for that. Tell me in the comment below. If you don't tell me that you need help, I will never know that you need. Okay, I'm not in a live course. There are no students asking me that they don't understand this part or this part. I depend on my understanding, the student level. Okay, because I was a student before. So if you understand a specific part, I'm waiting for you to to point at it. Ryan, I don't understand this part. Ryan, I need a tutorial for installing this on Windows, and I will show you. That's fine. Ryan, actually, I'm on Mac, but I need you to explain to me from scratch. I mean, I want you to download it from scratch. Don't pre-download it on your machine and just show me how to do it my own and continue my own. If you don't want to wait for me to do that, you can go ahead and check these. Sorry, not these. You can go ahead and check these two videos I saved here. How to install on Windows, what we just did. This for Windows, a video for someone explained it better than me, and also the same with Mac, explained from scratch in front of you how to install it, how to set up a password, and so on. But on Mac, of course, he explained it better than me. Okay. This in case you haven't got it from my explanation. If you want me to explain it to you, just let me know, and I will of course do it. And that's it. We are done with the class. We are done with today's class. I hope I haven't made anything complicated for you guys. And please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. And that's it. Have a lovely rest of your day and enjoy querying. See you in the next class.